Hi folks, welcome to a very special edition of Diplomacy Academy. On Memorial Day weekend, David Hood held a virtual Dixiecon, the first event of its kind at the scale at which was held. Over 80 players from all around the world participated in 2 games of diplomacy, one in the morning, one in the evening. Siobhan Nolen, Brandon Fogel, and I participated in a live stream commentary of those games. In these special editions of Diplomacy Academy, I'm packaging those games together so you don't have to sit through the whole 11 hours of our stream to follow one game. Instead, you can go through the commentary game by game. Enjoy. Welcome to some very special guests who joined the broadcast. And as always, I'm Chris Martin, and I'll stab you soon.
Okay, let's move on here. We're almost through the our speed round. 1J Halifax Resolves is Austria and Denis Peskov. England sees Hunter Katcher, who has been tearing up the tournament circuit lately, won European Dixiecon late last year. Is that right, in November? And then won another tournament in the US. Is that right?
I believe, yeah, he won something recently.
In France, we have Adam Silverman, who is a longtime player, and I know has played on at least one World Championship top board back here in Chicago, 2016. Germany, Bill Hackenbracht, played on the top board at the World Championship in Marseille this past September. Italy, Raphael.
And then in DC in 2018. He's been on 2 top boards in a row.
Is that right?
Awesome.
Okay. Italy, Raphael Gautschi. Russia, Steve Hogue, Turkey, Luke Vander Ploeg. Do you guys know any of the other players on here?
I know Hunter, Adam.
Denis Peskov is, sorry, go ahead, Sean.
Oh, I was just saying Hunter, Adam, and Bill are the only ones I know.
Denis Peskov is a grad student at the University of Maryland who writes about diplomacy and natural language. He's working on studies to help analyze whether people are telling the truth or lying through the use of analyzing diplomacy press. He's run a study recently that's going to be published, I think, this summer. Very exciting stuff.
Sounds great. Graham Woodring points out in the comments that Hunter Katcher won Carnage last November.
Yes.
Thanks for that, Graham. Okay, let's look at some moves here. What do you guys see? I think, Chris, it's your turn.
What I see here is Marseille holds, right? That jumps out at me.
Yeah.
You're not contesting Burgundy, you're not going to go to Spain early. So there's you're not trusting that Italy isn't going to go to Piedmont. Giving you sort of minimal flexibility about how you take Iberia. In some ways, kind of an anti-English opening in that way, in that you're going to have to go to Portugal, and then you're going to have to come back out to the Mid-Atlantic Ocean, or into Spain, South Coast, so there's options. Other than that, bounce in the Black Sea, bounce in Galicia, England opens standard north, Germany opens standard north. Pretty standard.
Yep.
Yeah, this feels like the most standard we've had so far. The 2 French orders are the 2 army orders are the only things that diverge from what's become very common. And this is just to reset this: France is Adam Silverman, England is Hunter Katcher, and Bill Hackenbracht is Germany. So 3 very strong players in the West. We'll definitely keep some focus on this game.
Oh yeah.
And here we had, so in the West, this was our particular point of interest because we know the people involved. We know they're all strong players.
The Marseille hold was kind of perplexing for us, but
got away with DMZ and Burgundy here. And otherwise, tactically, this was not too surprising. So let's move ahead to fall and see how they followed it up.
Okay. Ooh, England's going full north.
Hunter goes strong in the north. And what was likely an arranged bounce, Warsaw to Silesia, combined with the German letting the Russian into Sweden.
Yeah, okay. Another convoy to Tunis.
And the Turk holds both units.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose there's nothing else to do if you don't have a specific diplomatic target here. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, signaling. What you do there is signal that you're pro-Russia by supporting Ukrainian, or supporting that you're suggesting you're pro-Austrian by supporting Albania in. So yeah, pretty standard to do nothing there if you don't want to send a signal. If you want to keep your cards close to your vest.
Okay, but otherwise, the what's happening in the West, potential Western triple here, right? Not a particularly fast-moving one, but something that could be converted into a Western triple. Let's stick with this game and see how things progress.
Yep.
So here are the builds.
Okay, another fleet thrust Army Paris.
I take back the Western triple comment.
Well, I mean, Brest is as far away from the Western Med as Marseille is, technically.
Yeah.
And
I suppose the Fleet Marseille would be a big signal ahead of time.
Yeah,
so.
That's often how you sell the build in Brest instead of Marseille. Fleet Kiel, Army Munich.
Fleet North Coast.
Fleet North Coast.
Chris, talk about your feelings about this.
About that fleet build.
Yeah.
Well, you come out swinging, and what you're hoping for is Germany to be on board with you somehow, despite the fact that you're in Silesia. So there's a little cognitive dissonance, I think, going on there. If you wanted Germany to be on board with you, you don't go to Silesia. And now that you have gone to Silesia, the idea that he's going to suddenly team up with you, I mean, in this game, they could negotiate in the winter. So it's entirely possible that, Russia came to him and said, "Hey, look, my bad in Silesia. I'm your Huckleberry. Build that fleet. Let's go get England."
That's a really good point. Their negotiations are allowed in winter phases, and winter phases are 7 minutes long. Is that right?
Yeah, 7 minutes if they have processed right bang on time. Yes.
So twice. So the regular timing for negotiations is 15 minutes, and then 7 minutes for adjustments, which is a lot. Definitely time to figure some stuff out. Okay, and Bill's orders also tell us that he expected Russia to be on side with him. Right? This is as friendly towards Russia as you could get, except for another army in Kiel. So keep Sweden from being under threat. Siobhan, anything else here before we move on?
Nothing. I don't love the Fleet North Coast builds. Usually it just winds up getting pinned there in my experience, but who knows what they've talked about.
All right, let's see what happens in spring of 02.
All right, Germany and Russia have figured their stuff out. Well, oh no, I'm sorry, they have not figured their stuff out. Germany's figured it out for him.
So,
sorry, there's a lot of arrows there.
Denmark gets into Sweden with Norway's support. Slight adjustment from backstabbers interface. I've added a dash line to indicate the retreat, but it's still roughly the same color. We have no army movements from Germany on the Western Front, which indicates a wait and see attitude. So it'll be interesting to see how this evolves. It's worth noting that Germany could take Belgium without any trouble if you wanted to in this fall phase.
Okay, Mid-Atlantic, bounce in the Channel. All the French armies are coming back. Oof.
Austria supports Ionian to the Aegean.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
All right.
Then, last but not least, Romania supports Greece to Bulgaria.
Oh, which was not taken.
Wasn't taken, but it's because the support was being made for the Aegean.
Mm-hmm.
Expect something like that to go in the fall. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see that succeed in the fall.
That would suggest that Galicia was an arranged bounce, and Budapest just supported Serbia. Serbia did nothing then, looks like.
Well, I would say that Russia made the offer. Austria's like, yeah, whatevs. But didn't support the move to Galicia.
Yep.
Yeah. Instead, making sure that no, Romanian, Serbia, Bulgarian attack on Serbia would succeed. I don't like Trieste hold here. There's no reason not to either support Serbia or move to Vienna behind it. They're sitting there is kind of weak. That said, Italy and Austria working together. Definitely see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you have to think about strategy, right? He's hoping to help Austria against Turkey while also getting pummeled in the north. This looks like it could be a relatively quick game for Russia. Steve Hogue, we don't know anything about him. Okay, let's move forward then and see how spring of 1902 looks. Very interesting. So sticking in the east here, Serbia is supported on his own by Austria into Bulgaria, gets the critical support cut from Italy, who gets into the Eastern Med anyway without supporting himself in because Turkey just wants to cover Smyrna. And Russia and Turkey wasting units mounting in the Black Sea at this point amid the onslaught of their neighbors. Very interesting here, though. So Hackenbracht suffers the first unkind cut of the game here. Italy supports Russia into Munich. So let's see if we can speculate about what is said about the overall line structure of the board. Chris, what do you make about this?
So this is a really strong AI. I love the dynamic movement here by Italy to both sort of mess up Germany and say, hey, Russia, I'm your buddy, I'm helping you out here, while at the same time, Austria offers them nothing, right? Not attacking them, not taking dots from them, not following up Trieste to Serbia, not for nothing. Where is Austria going to build?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a problem if you don't want to win. Then it's a fine strategy.
That should be a spot on the bingo card, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Not leaving yourself loose. Yeah. This.
The French and the English have started to fight.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of see Hunter and Adam sparring. Germany, Bill doesn't run in on Belgium, although he could have done. And Burgundy doesn't offer support to Munich, which it could have done. It would have mattered. So West looks like a bit of a mess, and AI are working together, and that bodes well for them.
Did Belgium support Brest to the English Channel? Is that what I'm seeing there?
Yes.
Good job, Belgian Army.
I'm going to assume that this was a joke on Adam's part.
Yeah. This I'm agreeing with the comments here. This board is a mess. It's a hot mess.
So
that wasn't a rant. You'll know when I'm ranting, John.
We have not had a Chris Martin rant yet. John Jameson's been trying to tick that off every time you say anything, Chris.
So just another quick comment on Italy's play here. This is potentially very cagey play, right? He is helping everyone else, not himself, but he's helping two people who should naturally come into conflict, even if they're working together at the moment. And so Italy could be encouraging that conflict to happen sooner or later, potentially in a way that benefits him very well. That said, he's also leaving himself vulnerable. Right?
Yeah, because he's stranded the army in Tunis, right? That's the real weakness of this Italian position, is having left the Ionian Sea, Austria playing one short here. If Austria had a build, it would be worse. But the chance for Austria to walk Trieste to Venice, Greece to Ionian in the spring next year is just devastating if it happens. Given the way the rest of the board is going, it'd be very tempting for Austria if Denis wanted to be super aggressive.
Would be even better if they could take that build, but
yeah, I think if I'm Italy, you probably prefer Bulgaria to be taken with the fleet here, just for your own protection, and also to potentially accommodate a swap. Greece should be yours at some point, but in an AI. But yeah, it's it'll be interesting to see how this one develops. Let's see what the builds are like. Unless you guys, I guess we should be moving through stuff rapidly then, right? Since we got so much.
Yeah, we don't take too much time on any given game. We've got too many games to look at.
Yeah. So here,
the only one that we wrote about,
Here are the builds. We get Hunter with, Adam Silverman with a fleet build in France.
And that's the only placement.
That's the only placement. Okay. Right, because we had swaps over here.
Yeah.
Russia really getting spread out here.
In the comments, Hunter Katcher was telling us, please don't go to that game, which tells me we should go to this game.
We are there. So, great. So Hunter is in England, Adam Silverman is in France, and Bill Hackenbracht is in Germany. And France had a weak start, but is parlaying it. Is that right?
Yeah, I think.
Well, just a little out of position, but
yeah, it's not terrible. This is the one where Russia ends up in Munich in 02.
Right. Okay.
Okay. A lot of...
Here, I'll call it out. So Germany retakes Munich from Berlin and does a self-bounce in Kiel to push the army out.
Mm-hmm.
France moves further on England and creates a nice advantage for himself there, while Austria, nothing really happens in the east here. Austria moves into the Aegean. Italy gets cold feet and moves back out. The Turkey breathed a big sigh of relief after. Well, no, maybe not, actually. Sorry,
we'll see.
Them exchanging places. Right, this was a game where Chris, you sort of salivated at the possibility of Austria stabbing here and getting into Ionian and taking Venice at the same time.
And you're like, oh, that would be terrible. I better go back to Ionian with support.
And with Russia not being much of a threat, he had a choice there, right? It's either go after Russia or go after Italy, and he clearly is choosing Russia here. Okay, Chris, you're up here for Fall 03.
Okay. Disappointing here, as Austria has the chance to force Romania, doesn't take it, and loses Bulgaria as a consequence. Just miscommunications across the board here as they tried to get that cute little convoy of Tunis in, which succeeds. Mm-hmm. And Turkey loses it, but Austria helps Italy and loses a dot in the process.
Austria, this is just a mistake, a tactical mistake. Serbia supports Bulgaria here, even though Bulgaria is moving. So
yeah, okay, yep.
He just has to attack Romania with 2 here.
Yeah, he has to attack Romania. One of those units has to move to Romania. Moving Romania and supporting Bulgaria at the same time, and then you're in great shape. Probably a last-minute thing, like, oh, you've got to cut Khan or the convoy won't work.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So. We've all been there. In the West, France, Adam sets up for a full-scale assault on England, and England gets a build here.
Bad turn. For Russia there. Germany helps out. Germany, why do you help England into Norway? Because Russia owns Munich and is still in Silesia. I guess that's why. So that's one of those things where the board is pivoting.
Yeah, but it's a confused pivot here because France is still moving against England, and so Germany is of split mind here, helping.
Germany doesn't necessarily know what France is going to do there, right? Non-zero chance. France supports Russia back in or supports himself to Ruhr. There's all kinds of things that could have happened there.
Got it. Okay, so builds, Siobhan?
Builds, okay. Nothing too exciting here. I mean, Fleet Sev, why?
Yeah, you're already in black. What do you need the fleet for here? Yeah.
No, that should have been an army. Okay.
And spring moves. Oh, Hunter, so sorry, man.
Oh.
Double convoy. That should be a big square. Double convoy onto the British island.
But Hunter convoys Germany onto his island.
Oh, Jesus, you're right.
An English convoy.
Yeah.
England convoys Germany to Yorkshire.
What?
Thank you for putting me into Norway. Now we will go and fight France together. Except Germany's like, yeah, screw that, I'm attacking Russia.
Okay. The only thing I can think of here is that Hunter did not have an army available to get back, knew that he could not hold Liverpool without an army, and asked Germany for this favor.
Or said, you know what, I'm going to decide that, if France decides to keep coming after me, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure they don't profit from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe both of those at the same time.
That's fair. That's
But Liverpool is guaranteed here with 3 anyway. So.
Well, is that true? Because North Sea can.
He's got 3 on Liverpool.
Atlantic Ocean is the mover. Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I think it would. He might as well try for London and Liverpool at the same time. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just figuring that Adam Silverman and Bill Hackenbracht at this point are just sort of salivating and being like, look what we got him to do.
I know, right? Talk about inviting the fox into the house. Okay, and then in the east we have push back here. Getting a call from Hackenbracht. He must.
Yeah.
Bill, you can hear this. Come on the live thing.
Oh, and Bill holds in Yorkshire.
Wait, the game is still going on, right? So we can't get
I
Bill.
actually got a text from one of the players. This game has drawn. I don't know any more details other than that.
All right, get Bill. Get Bill on here. We'll finish. We'll finish with an interview with them. We'll speed through this and then finish.
Well, we got 4 minutes. It's probably not enough time to bring somebody on for an interview here. We do need to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's zoom through this and finish this
All
game.
of us need a break.
All right.
I need food.
All right. Yeah. Fair. Okay. So then. All right. So builds a bunch of armies.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't actually see how the fall thing worked out. So Hunter or Adam Silverman gets both of them here.
Yep.
And Germany does nothing.
Germany does nothing. Silverman takes them both on his own accord.
Yeah.
Bill took Warsaw, so he does get a build. That useless Fleet Sev build has been disbanded. Thank you.
It didn't last very long.
Sorry, that wasn't very kind of me. I'll try to be nicer. But otherwise, so Germany.
That's hard to see what Bill is doing here. He's got an Edinburgh here. Just not that concerned with taking north yet. Oh, but France has problems in the south, so he doesn't have to worry about that. So this is a sensible slow play. But Eddie's not guaranteed with the English army there. Okay.
Good point.
But he manages to keep it and
keeps Spain.
But with a retreat to Portugal. Wow, this got really messy over here for Silverman.
Yeah.
But Hackenbracht's position is wonderful here. This is looking like it's resolving actually into a 4-way. And
so Conrad asks, hey, what is this really cool tool that you're using to interpret these backstabber results? And yeah, this is all Brandon's genius making this happen. It's fantastic.
Yeah, he built this all himself. It's been an evolving thing over some virtual house games that we've done over the last few weeks.
And we've just been informed that all games that are currently playing are going to be paused at 5 o'clock. So we can get to the barbecue. I believe that the barbecue WebEx is probably already up and running. So folks who are watching online here, we're going to wrap this up in just a minute, and then we'll come back at, what did we say, 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, so it'll be 3 hours after we shut down.
Okay, so let's get through this game because it finishes, and Bill walks out of Belgium here, and his position suddenly doesn't seem so solid now that Austria is coming after him and he has weaknesses in his defense. He does pull the trick of the unwanted support.
Yes.
Picks up North.
That's on the bingo cards. Look for it, everyone.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But very interesting here.
Bingo card? Because that's the first one we've seen. That's slick.
Yeah, that should definitely be on the bingo card.
If it's not, it will be for tonight's bingo cards.
Lots of some distrust going on here. That's a surprising vacation of Mount here. Okay, so builds, nothing surprising here. And Bill is pulling back and hunkering down, looking for the draw.
Adam goes to North Sea.
Well. All right, so yeah, a 5-way actually. This is this maybe could have ended in a smaller draw.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, and we have the foreign convoy out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We did get a foreign convoy.
Let's see.
Did it matter? Where was that?
It was over the North Sea.
When England convoyed Germany to Yorkshire. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that was the first one. And then we just had France got into the North Sea for a bit and convoyed a German army over to Norway.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what